Hi, boys and girls. It's time to transform and roll out.
Well, it's a terrible Mickey impersonation for the knockoff version of Mickey Mouse Transformer. There's an official Mickey Mouse Transformer, Disney label. This one is not it. This is a knockoff version, which I think is still pretty good, especially for the price. Let me show you the differences, because I wanted to see a video of the knockoff version or some comparison pictures, so I could decide if I wanted to get it or not, and I couldn't find any, so hopefully this video will help others decide if they want to get it or not. It seems like they've got tons of them on eBay and from China. You get free shipping, and I got mine for $7. They've also got one with Mickey and the black and white monochrome one for buy it now for $15. That's currently. Things change, obviously, but they are out there. If you want, then you can get them. Like I say, for $7, this was I think a good deal, especially for those who do not want to shell out the $40 plus bucks for the official Takara version. The official Takara version is certainly better quality plastic. I don't have the Takara version, or I would show you comparison differences. I just watched the video for Takara, and I'm going to point out the differences that I remember seeing from it. But obviously the difference in quality and plastic. All of these little joints here are like a clip system type of thing. Little bigger than, well, yeah, a little bit bigger, I think, thicker than the clip system for Transformers, the weapons. But these just clip in there, these clip onto that, and this clips on there. Same thing with this part right here. As opposed to on the official one, it looks like they've got actual pins in all those locations. Or at least some of them. So, the differences, obviously one main glaring difference, all the white plastic here that you see is like a chrome painted plastic on the Takara version. His nose is also black on the Takara version. His visor, which you can go into sleep mode here, is actually clear on the Takara version, and I kind of think I like the opaque version better, because it does give him a LeVar Burton, LaForge look on this one, as opposed to clear being just, well, I mean, you just see his eyes through it either way. This gives you a variety of things. Its transform is the same, both of them. This one I did have, in terms of quality of plastic, I did have to shave off some bits of the tree, you know, where the mold joined up. So I had to do that on several places. No big deal. I actually kind of like doing that. And even on Transformers, I get a lot of the actual Hasbro Transformers. There's a lot of those I still shave off. So anyway, so I shaved off a lot of those, and seams too, actually. See how there is a kind of a seam, like a raised line between right here. Now these aren't two pieces of plastic, it's just got a seam like in the mold where it was joined together. So I shaved it off on the white part, did not on the gray, because it would be a space and line right there. And interestingly enough, on the video I just watched, it looked like there was a line mold on the official one too, so there may not be too much of a difference in the quality on that aspect. But if you do get one of these, be prepared to shave off a little bit of plastic just to clean them up and make them tighter. He's got a Mickey Autobot logo on the middle of his chest with blue windows on the official version. These shoulders are red on the official version. His trailer actually has a Mickey Autobot logo right here. This is the back end of the trailer. I would think that the symbol should go over here, but it doesn't. It goes up on this side. Anyway, so on the official version it has that, whereas it's blank on this one. They do not have the logo, and that's actually molded too on the official one, so it's not like just they missed a paint app, they actually changed the mold a little. Size comparison, I do not know how big the other one is. From the other videos, it looked, compared to like a Bumblebee and whatnot, this looks to be very close in the same size. Maybe a little bit smaller, but very close to the same size. He is overall a kind of small figure, which is kind of nice. I'd rather have him small than be huge. Well, there's actually two things right now. So this, it looks like this kind of clips on in the video. This one doesn't really clip so much. Now I could probably put some glue and whatnot in there to make it so it does clip. It just sits there anyway, so it doesn't really need to clip. It's fine. It does clip on this side, however. See that little peg goes in there. So that's cool. and the cape sits the same way on both versions. I'm not a fan of the way that it sits. Maybe, I don't know, even that's still a little too far away from the back. What I think I'm going to do is, you see this part right here, and it almost hinges, but it doesn't fold downwards. See the blue sides there, the top and the bottom, like a T? These parts right here. I'm going to shave those off, because right now they're getting away from this pivoting around altogether and sitting in this mode right behind his head, and I kind of like the way that that looks better. And here is after trimming those side notches on that blue post. See, it's got a hole in the middle there. That was already there. I like this much better. It doesn't clip in the bottom of that clip like it literally did before anyway. But he's got his wing slash cape is higher, and it's more perpendicular to the ground, as opposed to, this is how it was before. Like that. That's how it's supposed to go. I wasn't feeling that. So, like I say, I just trimmed off the two blue tabs that were on the side there. You can see in the previous part. And then you can lift it up, and that part sits on there. Also, one last thing that I strongly suggest you do if you get this figure is this. I'm going to peel his arm off this side, take the screws. His legs are both one piece. You can't pose one in front of the other. Not a big deal, because you couldn't do much with that anyway. His heels do bend this way, but other than that, you don't have hip posability, so that doesn't really make a difference. So I'm going to unscrew this leg here first. Undo the screw from here, here, and here, after you take off the leg. And he splits apart into two. There. Now, see how his leg is attached to this? And see it's like a half circle type of thing? That's the way this one is too. And they just sit there together. And so they both joined basically the same one. They're a little loose, which is fine, because you know, I actually like it a little bit loose, because then you can have slight variance in the legs. But anyway, regardless, and so this is what happened when, as soon as I took him out and I transformed him to from truck mode to robot, break right away. And you can see the crack right there where it just broke off and I had to glue it. So this is what I suggest you do instead of breaking yours like I did. And I'm also curious to see if anybody else who got this has that same problem. So this notch right here, see the gears? Looks like it's supposed to be clipped in here between those two pegs in robot mode, and then when he's in truck mode, it goes up and clips into that one. And it clips into these both along the way, for whatever reason. Now, these two pegs, it made it impossible. It would not clip at all. It would just stuck there. Well, it was stuck like this. It wouldn't move. So I actually unscrewed the other leg and shaved these two down. See how they're flat now? They used to be rounded like that. So now they don't hit. So now I don't have a problem with it, which is fine because they're clipped in truck mode, so they don't go anywhere. When he's in robot mode, he's just standing there on top of his legs anyway, so being loose is not a factor for me. I could tighten them if I want to, but the point is they don't have to clip into here, and I would rather have him have loose legs than break them or worry about breaking them every time I try and transform them and get those clips stuck in there. So, whatever. Interestingly enough, those two pegs are only on this side. In this mold, it is not there. Go figure. So, shave off those two to make sure that you do not break them when he's being transformed. And then it's easy enough. Just go ahead and put this all back together. Make sure that the arm and the lights on the top of the truck up here slide into place. They got grooves that they fit into. Yep. Screw it all back together. I don't want anybody to take this as being that I completely condone this knockoff version. I think it's great, and I think you should get it. And then somebody gets it and is completely disappointed with it, and they blame me for it. I'm not trying to sponsor this at all. I just want to show the pluses and minuses of it. You have to watch the other video reviews on the official version in order to determine if the differences are worth it for you, for the price, I should say. If the differences are worth the price. Because the price difference, for me, the price difference was a huge factor. And I think this is just fine for the price that I got them. Also, these wheels are black, I believe, on the official version. So I may Sharpie those up a bit. They don't look too bad blue, but let's face it, they should be black. Yeah, those are a little bit loose, but they stay together really well. Oh, and so yeah, these windows are clear in the official, and when you clip this into place, then Mickey Mouse, little figure of Mickey Mouse, pops up inside the clear window. Just as on the head, the biggest difference obviously would be this missing gimmick, is that there's supposed to be a little Mickey Mouse that flips over on a panel and sits there laying on top of his head like he's controlling it or falling off of it or what, I don't know. It looks a little weird to me. He looks kind of angry too. He's very angry Mickey. So that gimmick is not on this figure at all. It's a cute gimmick. Would I prefer to have it? Sure, especially the one in the cab. Not so much the one on the head because it looks a little weird. I'd prefer if he was like sitting there with joysticks or something. But for an extra 37 or 33 bucks for that extra gimmick and the better quality, not in my pocketbook. But somebody else's, I'm sure, it's worth it for them. By all means, absolutely. Very cute, cartoony type truck. Like he's got the little cans there. Some good Optimus chest truck looking. The packaging he came in truck mode in a small padded envelope. No bag, no invoice, no carton, container, nothing. Just in here like this as a padded envelope. It would have been nicer to have a little bit of extra box type padding, but you know, the figure survived the trip fine. His arm was off at the time, but that was easy to put back on, obviously. 26 yen? I don't know what that is. I got it today on the 29th. Well, actually, I got here 2 days ago. I just picked it up from the post office today, so the 27th, and they sent it on the 18th. So it's not bad. It's pretty quick timing. But you know, kind of cheap shipping with the envelope. But you know, it's free shipping too, so you get what you pay for. And in this instance, I think that you get a decent figure for that. They also have an option with this Mickey and then the black and white, the monochrome one. So it depends on how picky you are with your Transformers and whatnot. Some people are going to be like, you know what, if I'm going to get the figure, I'm not going to waste $7. I'm going to get the full actual figure for $40. But a lot of people that don't want to do that, this could be a good alternative. Hopefully this video will help you decide whether or not you want to get it or not.